Well, good Saturday morning to you, and welcome to New Thought Talk. I am the Reverend Steve Walling from the Spiritual Awareness Center, located in beautiful downtown Madera, and I'm looking forward to having a great day today because I got some incredible guests. We're going to get to them in just a minute, but last week we were going through some stuff about prosperity, and I wanted to open up the show today with just a couple of affirmations for you to take with you. These affirmations are from the Reverend Catherine Ponder. If you get a chance, I highly recommend her books on prosperity consciousness. There's some great reading there. So if you got a pen and a piece of paper, take this down. If not, catch it on the rerun. Here's your first affirmation. I do not depend upon persons or conditions for my prosperity. I bless persons or conditions as channels for my prosperity, but God is the source of my supply. God provides His own amazing channels of supply to me now. And I am the rich child of a loving Father, so I dare to prosper. And I'll have some more of these affirmations to share with you as time goes on. But I want to get to my guest today. She's been with me before. This is the Reverend Lilly Dale from
Hi, Steve.
How you
Welcome
doing this
back.
morning? Yeah.
So glad to be here again.
We got a day today. We got some friends that you brought with us. You're going to provide us with some music.
I'm so excited, as usual.
Yeah, you got stuff going on at the center?
We have all kinds of new things going on. The center is just growing and blooming, and just really, we're having a wonderful time over there.
That's wonderful. You got something going on over there today and this evening?
Yes, we do. It was yesterday, started in the evening, and today it's going on from 10 to 2.
Okay.
And it's the grand opening for our brand new Center for Harmony. We've had the Center for Harmony up for a while, but as it turns out, it was so prosperous, and there were so many practitioners that wanted to participate in this healing modality that we had to move it. So we had to take over a whole nother building, and we moved all the practitioners over there, and we also were able to move some of our children's ministry over there and give the kids more room because we needed more room. And so now we have a brand new center that is doing their grand opening today from 10 to 2 over on Winery between Clinton and McKinley, not by the Garden of the Sun, with beautiful food and so many different healing modalities going on.
That's great. You'll have a sign out on the street or whatever direction.
We will have a sign out directing people on where to go. It's near 2060 North Winery, and you really can't miss it. If you just go down Clinton, turn right on Winery before you get to the airport, you will see the signs on your left.
That's great. So here's the deal. You can watch the show today, and you're still going to have plenty of time to go over there and enjoy their grand opening. They have a beautiful center, and what they've done with their healing center, or whatever you call it, is just incredible.
Yeah.
You guys are you're busting out all over with so many different things.
We really are. We decided when we opened this church that we were going to have a couple of different focuses. Number one is service. Number two is healing, and we just really, and education. And so through those three things, we have expanded so quickly, and we're just having a good time doing it. It doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel hard. It is just the prosperity you were talking about pouring down on us, pouring through us, and we just keep opening our hands and giving it back out into the community.
And as your light shines brighter, it shines over so many people, and you change so many lives.
Yes.
And that's wonderful. That's what's exciting for me. I enjoy this. It's really good. So we're going to have some music today, but you had a flyer on something. If I could get somebody to hand me one of those flyers real quick, please. Thank you, because this is something we got coming up on August 12th. Why don't you tell me a little bit about it?
On August 12th, we're having our very first rehearsal of the Bridge Chorus. For people in the New Thought and Religious Science community that know me, know that I love choir directing and singing. And I have put together several choirs in the years that I have been in this movement. So the way that we kept doing it is we kept trying to put a choir together within one center. And with a lot of the centers having fewer people, it was becoming more and more difficult. And my whole focus for many years has been to find some way to bring all the centers together in their own unique ways and to still have us be in oneness, as if you'll pardon me with that. But anyway, so what I decided to do this time is, my adage is, if what you're doing isn't working, then you have to do it a different way.
Okay.
And so we decided that we wanted to put together a choir that is with all of the centers. And so this flyer has gone out not only to your center, but also to Oneness Center, to SLC in Fresno, to the Religious Science Church in Fresno, and also to Unity, and also to the Universalist Church.
All right.
And what we're looking to do is bring singers in from all of those communities and form the bridge choir, the bridge chorus. We're going to have rehearsals once a month after services so that we don't take away from anybody's service that they're doing. And once we get going to perform, we're going to be performing probably on Wednesday nights, and it's going to move from congregation to congregation once a month, so that we don't interfere with anything anybody's doing on Sunday morning.
So put me on the list. Sign me
Yes.
up.
Oh,
I'm ready to go.
absolutely.
That's great. You know, I had the opportunity to speak a couple Sundays ago at Pamela's center over on
Yes.
Shaw, and just one of those things. We have some young people that do music for us, and they asked if they could come with me and perform music for and so they did. And the thing is, good music. And the deal is, good music so inspires and so energizes and so uplifts the congregation that, you know, I could have had a marginal talk, and it still would have been a home run. And so the thing is, I don't ever believe that you can have a marginal New Thought message.
Yes.
I just really don't. But I think that music, the vibration of music, the tenor, the tone, the energy is so important, because really, what we do on Sundays is we celebrate.
Yes.
We celebrate our oneness, we celebrate our unity, we celebrate our good, we celebrate our ability to create and manifest in our lives, because there's one presence, there's one power, and we're all part of that. And how wonderful is that? I think this is just an incredibly wonderful
I'm
idea.
so excited about it, and my co-helper with this is Richard Ruth over at Oneness Center, and I've consulted with different people on how to do this, so that, number one, we can run it as a community, and number two, that we don't, again, interfere with any Sundays, because if we go from congregation to congregation on a Sunday, then it's going to take a lot of people out of somewhere else, and we don't want to do that. So we also will be sure that we don't do anything on Christmas Eve or Easter Sunday, because most centers have different things that they like to do during that time. We want to honor that time and space. But the truth is, music is the message.
That's it.
The truth is that the vibration of music, it is the reason I went into the ministry. Not only because I couldn't not, but because I believe and I know that higher vibration that music creates is absolutely where we're wanting to be, in that higher place. And what happens in New Thought community every single Sunday, and on Friday when we rehearse, and on Tuesdays when the trio also practices, is that the vibration just starts moving right away. And it starts moving, and it starts moving up. And between that and our speakers that still rotate, saying different things, it's all one, just like you said. And it just blows it right out the top.
And you have two other co-ministers that
Yes.
that rotate with you on for the Sunday lesson. You have Reverend Anna
Yes.
and Reverend Connie.
That's right.
And we're going to have them on the show one of these days.
Yes,
we're going to get them down
they
to
are
it.
both practitioners also at the Center for Harmony, so they're doing their grand opening today. And so it is a beautiful new paradigm that we're all really enjoying, is that we really wanted to give as big a variety as we could to the congregants, and also we work very well as a team, the three of us, and so that it doesn't just all fall on one person, which for some people, I mean, you're very strong, for some people it just gets to be too much after a while.
Yeah,
So we decided that we wanted to do it in a different way. And we all three are so different in our style and our focus. We are all connected, of course. And Reverend Anna is a shaman, and she moves a little more through Native American Indian type of consciousness. Connie is an educator. And so her focus is education and also the children. And I am a music minister, so my focus is through the music. And so it's kind of like the weather in Hawaii. If you don't like it, just stick around for 30 minutes.
Okay. Very good. Boy, we're time. I have such a good time doing this show, and the time just goes by so quick. Real quick, and I wanted to give more time to this, and we'll actually talk about it more, but you had a special making that took place at the center here not
Yes,
too long
we
ago.
did. Our friend Vicki Dobbs is working through one of our Reiki masters and another shaman that we have in the center, Rachel Freinholtz. And what they did was they conceived of the idea of building a community drum for New Thought Community. We had borrowed one for a while. We loved having it in the sanctuary, and so we decided to build one of our own. And so they raised the money to buy the materials and had a special workshop to build the drum. And the drum has been curing and moving, and Carol Ann can talk to you a little more about that later. But we will be awakening the drum tomorrow during service. Vicki Dobbs will be there, and all of our drummers and shamans. We're going to have a whole drumming service tomorrow morning to awaken our community drum.
There. That's great. And speaking of energy, Reverend Lilly has brought a couple of friends with her today, and they form a group that is called Lotus Rising. And they perform at their center, and I believe you perform at other centers also?
We perform everywhere we can.
Well, they're going to perform here today. So when we come back from the commercial, you're not going to see my lovely visage. You're actually going to see three lovely visages of Lotus Rising, and they're going to play a couple songs, and then we're going to sit down and talk. So I'll see you when we come back after the great music.
Hi, I'm Greg Rude, a local real estate agent working with London Properties. You might be thinking about buying or selling a property right now, or maybe you just have a question about real estate. I'd love to help you with that. Give me a call at 352-7716, and I can answer any questions that you might have. Maybe you've got a property that's upside down. Maybe you're interested in buying a bank foreclosure and have a question about that. Or maybe you just like someone to show you some houses that you're interested in or have a question about a particular property. Once again, give me a call. My name's Greg, 352-7716, and I'd love to help you. Thanks.
This just in. Tower District houses are selling for as little as $300 per month. If you have a job and decent credit, you can own your own home. If you can come up with a down payment, you can own a home a lot cheaper than you can rent, and your payment will never go up. Also, you could deduct most of your house payment from your income taxes. If you'd like to lock in your monthly house payment at $300 to $500 per month for the next 30 years, call Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Hi, I'm Jason Gobelli, and I'd like you to take just a minute and ask yourself a couple of questions. Are your needs being met in the real estate business? Are you getting all the latest technology that you need to be productive in this market? Are you getting the benefits that you deserve? Do you have enough leads? Are you truly making enough money for all that hard work and time you've been putting in? If not, you might want to give me a call and we can set up a confidential interview. At Connect Realty, we're one of the fastest growing companies around. There's tons of tools and benefits for agents, like freerealtor.com showcase listings, free unlimited virtual tours, free websites with nationwide IDX. We have free virtual back office, free compliance coordinator so that you can be paid right away. There's health insurance, life insurance, and the best part is the commissions start from 80% and go to 95%. And we have one of the best retirement plans in the whole industry. Now, I cannot possibly go over everything in just this short minute. Go to the website, careers@connectrealty.com, or feel free to call us at the toll-free number, or you can even call my personal line, 559-307-0550. I look forward to talking to you. Thanks.
This segment is brought to you by Corrine Hatfield of Platinum Mortgage. If you are thinking of purchasing a new home or refinancing an existing home, call Corrine Hatfield at 917-7111.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
God is life, I am life. God is light, I am light. God is joy, I am joy. God is peace, I am peace. God is love. I am love. God is beautiful, I am beautiful. God is powerful, I am powerful. All of these things God is, I am. All of these things I am. God is life, I am life. God is light, I am light. God is joy, I am joy. God is peace, I am peace. God is love. I am love. God is beautiful, I am beautiful. God is powerful, I am powerful. All of these things God is, I am. All of these things I am. Ready? Kind friends all gathered round. There's something I would say. What brings us together here has blessed us all today. Love has made our circle, it holds us all inside. We're strangers are as family, loneliness can't hide. You must give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to tears and laughter and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. I've walked these mountains in the rain. I've learned to love the wind Well, I've been up before the sunrise to watch the day begin. Always knew I'd find you, though I never did know how. But like sunshine on a cloudy day, you stand before me now. You must give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and laughter. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Love is born in fire. It's planted like a seed. Love won't give you everything, but it gives you what you need. Love comes when you're ready. Love comes when you're afraid. It can be the greatest teacher, the best friend you have made. You must give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Yes, give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to the tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Yes, give yourself to love. Give yourself to love.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Wonderful. All right, we're all going to squeeze in here
Yeah.
and sit down. Oh,
Come closer.
come on.
Closer. Come closer.
Come on over here a little bit further.
Okay.
All right. There you go. Okay, did I tell you that we were going to have some good music or what? This is great. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Carol and Chris.
Yes.
Now I'm going to do to you what I do all to my guests. 'Cause I want you to feel like I'm an equal opportunity. Interviewer.
Interviewer.
You got
There
it.
you go.
Okay, listen. What I want to know is what brought you, Carol Ann, to New Thought?
That's an excellent question. It's kind of a funny story. I met this guy in a bar. And we started chatting, and he's married and not really a possibility, but we were just talking for hours. And I was telling him about all these different things I'd read about that were going on in the valley, and oh yeah, there's a tattoo expo. And he said, yeah, okay, we could do that. Or we could go and listen to my friend speak, and she's so much fun, and what do you think about that? And we talked a little bit about what New Thought is. And a light bulb went on over my head. And I was like, there are hundreds, thousands, millions of people who think the way that I think and are open and accepting of all paths to the divine and all concepts of truth and divinity. And I walked into a New Thought Center and I felt immediately at home and immediately at ease. And that's what brought me to New Thought.
That's wonderful. And it's a story in many variations, but it's still the same story that I've heard many times over, as I'm sure you have.
Yeah, besides the joke of a guy walks into a bar.
Absolutely. Chris, what about you?
Well, I've always been, a while ago, years ago, my father got into the Religious Science Church over on Clinton.
Oh, okay.
and of course he always shared things with us as he learned them.
Uh-huh.
And so I began the new thought kind of way of thinking back then. But the New Thought community, which I'm now becoming a member tomorrow. I've been dating for a while.
All right.
Yeah, I decided I'm getting married tomorrow.
You get-
Dating us.
Yes, I've been
All
dating.
Wow.
We're all one.
Yes. Reverend Anna brought me in when she was doing one of her shaman sermons, and she had me do a Kate Wolf tune called Medicine Wheel.
All right.
And so I started to get involved with the music. It was mainly the music and looking at the band, and I just started connecting with the band and thinking, I want to join that band.
Gotta watch
You know,
that music
gotta
stuff.
watch the
It'll
music.
hook you.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, and so I began to do more and more with the band and feel that this is my service, this is my purpose, is to be in service. And the connection with the band is so magical that it just brought me right in. And so now I'm doing, I believe, what I am meant to do. So that's
I
how I
am
became.
sure that is so. And that is when we find our purpose, there is something within us that is an urge to make itself manifest and known. And it takes over, doors open. People respond.
Yes.
There's a goodness, there's a presence, there's a power, and by golly, it's there available for us. And that's the most exciting thing. You know, it just really is incredible. So, this group, Lotus Rising.
Yes.
You're fairly new as a group.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Well, I've had a lot of trios over the years and always looking for a particular sound, the sound that matches the vibration that I think it is, and that I feel, that I know. And so as soon as Chris came in to sing with us regularly, Carol Ann and I have been singing together for a while, and as soon as Chris came in, we had a special rehearsal at my house for a service, and the three of us started to sing together, and it melded, it came together so beautifully. It was perfect, just right off the bat. And I said, that's the sound that I've been looking for. That's the vibration I've been looking for.
I got to tell you, it's a great sound. I really, I got to experience you while you were rehearsing before the show, and then to listen to it again. And ladies, I'm really liking what you're doing. I
Thank
think
you.
that's wonderful.
We
So,
are very excited.
Yes.
we're getting to that point. We're going to go ahead and take our next break. When we come back, we're going to visit with Lotus Rising for a little bit more, and then they've got another song they're going to perform for us. So we'll see you when we get back. Thank you. This is very good.
Mike Briggs Properties has a very special historic property for sale that can be used as a home or as a business. This classic California craftsman historical home is located in the Tower District, Fresno High area. The interior ambiance displays a heyday of craftsman aesthetics, substance, strength, symmetry, and casual grace. Elegantly appointed mahogany and oak structural elements integrate form and function in a harmonious flow from room to room in this two-story, 4,500-foot home. The property also includes a nearly 800-foot two-bedroom apartment above the garage. This property is well suited for a professional office type of business or for a large family or combined living and workspace. The lot included with this property is park-sized with plenty of room for expansion or as a parking lot big enough to support a commercial business. For more information on this property, call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Welcome to Jothny's Porch.
About that.
We have been doing this for a
Me,
year.
my memory of the porch is that it's very much where women ruled. It was almost a throne.
You going like that?
I'm circular. See, Southern folks are circular. What she said, preach. You want me to preach? Love sharing those things and those things that'll make you stronger and better and go for. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. Hey, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody. Okay, no more drama. To myself, I said self. Myself said yeah. Oh.
That was a good one.
That was good, girl. I'm good. I'm helping you become the best reflection of yourself. And what was that? The one God intended all along. We're going to get there together, I promise you. Thank God for the post. Amen.
You can advertise your business, your product, or your event on Central Valley Talk, the Valley's only internet television station. Several of our programs are also picked up on Dish and cable networks. For the best advertising dollar, call Central Valley Talk at 579-1360. This segment is brought to you by Blimpies in the Tower District. For all of your lunch and dinner needs, go to Blimpies in the Tower District.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Well, welcome back, everybody. This is New Thought Talk. I am the Reverend Steve Walling from the Spiritual Awareness Center located in beautiful downtown Madera. My guest today is the Reverend Lilly Dale from New Thought Community, and Chris and Carol Ann. The three of them together make the group called Lotus Rising. If you were able to join us the last segment, you heard some wonderful music. They're going to bless us again at the end of this segment with another song, so stick around. We're just kind of chewing it right now about what's going on. One of the things that we were talking about during the break is what you want to do with the group. Which you want to, I mean, it's not just for a Sunday celebration thing. You've got some plans. Tell me about it.
Well, we are newly formed, and the whole thing is about service. We want to serve. And if our service is music, then we want to be able to put the music out there. Carol Ann mentioned that, you know, we are just a part of what happens at New Thought Community on a Sunday. We have a full band with us, and it is together. We can do anything, and we really have a good time. It is very magical what happens in that room on Sunday. And whether it's folk music, or we've done rock and roll, Melissa Etheridge rock and roll, we've done everything. And this trio, what I envision with it is that we want to go out and serve. We want to visit Alzheimer's units and convalescent hospitals. We want to go to schools, and we wish to visit other centers in all different faiths. We tend to sing at the Interfaith Alliance National Day of Prayer service. We like to go, we will be, a form of us will be at the Japanese Christian Church for their big luau in August, and doing Hawaiian music. So we just envision it just continuing to open and open. We're working on Sincerely and Sentimental Journey in the Andrews Sisters style. So
very good.
So we have a lot of things that we want to do, and we're very happy to do it.
You're going to take this on the road in the local community area here. You're going to share some great music in general, but music that has a central kind of New Thought theme, and you're going to share the vibration and share the energy, and that's great. You're going to, now on camera, I'm going to get a commitment. You're going to come out to the center at least once and perform for us, right?
We can't wait.
Okay, well that's good.
Get out your pen, ink us.
All right,
we're ready.
You got it. Okay, because I really I think our congregation will really enjoy having you.
We'd love to have you.
We'd love
As
to.
they're there. So, let's go back now and talk about this mother drum that you were involved with this also. And Chris, I believe it was you that was sharing something with my wife about the shape, or was that you, Carol?
Oh, that was me.
Tell us about.
Well, Vicki Dobbs, I believe, has been on your show recently.
Right, Vicki has.
And she's led us in drum making workshops before, and drum awakening, and there's visioning, and it's just a beautiful process. The mother drum, the community drum is a different project because there's so many people involved on one unit. And it's a double-headed drum that we created. And it's got leather on the top and buffalo hide on the bottom. So when we cinched it up, it created a great deal. There was a lot of stretch. And over time, over the last few weeks, it's been curing and squeezing and curing and squeezing, and it's a big drum. And it has done something completely unexpected. It has warped, and it's not cracked, but it's warped into a very strange shape. So when you look at it on its side, it looks like a pupil, like an eyeball. And it gives a very interesting vibration to the drum.
And I hear it's got a great tone.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And one of our members' husband built a rolling unit to hold the drum. So not only can you flip it and it suspends the drum, but it's on wheels. So you can lay down and have the drum go over you as it's drummed above you. It's a phenomenal experience. And this is going on right now at the Center for Harmony.
Right.
We did this last night, and it's really crazy. It's a phenomenal experience.
That's great.
Beautiful.
Now, you're going to have an awakening ceremony tomorrow.
Tomorrow, during our Sunday celebration.
All right. Tell me about it.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, Vicki Dobbs, who led us in the creation, is going to be there to help facilitate the awakening.
Yeah.
And as is Rachel Fromholtz, who headed up the community effort to create this event for us, who's on her own shamanistic path. So we have beautiful visioning that's going to go on ahead of time. It starts at 9:30, and at 10 o'clock, our typical Sunday celebration will begin, and we're going to have Native American flute, we're going to have drumming, there'll be the sort of birthing of our community drum, and there'll be presentation of gifts to the drum, because she is a living, breathing entity, and apparently she likes gifts. So we'll be bestowing all kinds of gifts upon her, and homemade mallets, and
singing.
and there'll be singing, and there'll be lots of community interaction. And you don't have to be part of the original process to come and enjoy this. As in all of our events, everyone who walks in is part of the community.
All right.
There is no exclusionary.
That's great. Now, Lily, who's going to be speaking tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Reverend Anna is kind of leading the ceremony, although she is doing it in conjunction with Vicki Dobbs and Rachel Freinholz. They're going to kind of move it through the community all together. And there are certain women within the community that have moved their consciousness to a little more shamanistic path. It's all the same. It's all one. And so just in that bent of it, we're having them run that service tomorrow, and it's going to be a very, very powerful time.
Oh, that sounds tremendous.
Everyone is invited.
Yeah.
I'd love it. Sundays, what can I tell you? I'm kind of busy on
It's
Sundays.
tough to get you on a Sunday, I see.
If you'll replay it again, maybe next week sometime on a set. Well, I'm busy on set. Maybe a Friday or something. We'll put it together. Well, that would be great. It's just kind of a shift here a little bit because you said something. And this morning I was thinking, you remember the old story about you give a man a fish, you feed him for today. You teach him how to fish, you feed him for his life. And we use that, we use that a lot but when you think about the understanding behind that story, when you give a person something, you give them something and it's going to be used, it's going to be consumed, and it's going to go away. When you teach somebody something, when you give them, what are you giving them? You're giving them a consciousness. When you give them a consciousness of creativity, of abundance, you give them the gift of creating their own life.
Yes, and we education is such an important part of what we do at New Thought Community. Our Science of Mind 1, 2, 3, we have students going into the 4th year ministry track, and all of those classes, we're in the middle of an Emerson class right now, and we'll be having a hike in the grove where Emerson and John Muir walked together. At the end of that, I think it's in August, Caroline?
It's in August.
It's in August, and everyone is welcome to come on that particular walk, and I think it's a beautiful thing. I'll be starting teaching Science of Mind 2 in January. We'll be starting that, and there are classes ongoing all the time, workshops and classes happening all the time at New Thought Community. So we welcome folks to just visit us online and for a calendar of all the wonderful happenings.
And you have a web presence. It is
newthoughtcommunity.org.
newthoughtcommunity.org. Go there, check it out, check out what they've got going. Classes are great. Music is tremendous. The love energy is dynamite.
Yes, and the
Okay?
Center for Harmony, again, their opening is happening today from 10 o'clock this morning. It's going to be going on until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and there are amazing things going on over there.
Amazing, and then there's amazing, and then there's really amazing.
Really amazing.
And we're going to, because it's about time to shift to our commercial break time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide out of the way, and you ladies are going to give us a song that will take us into our commercial break.
Okay.
So it's been joy.
Thank you.
Chris, Caroline,
Lovely.
and we'll see you when I come back
Okay.
on the backside for a few.
All right.
Okay.
I'll get the music.
This is a song by a group called Front Range. If we believe that we can make a new beginning, if we are sure that we can walk a path of love, if we decide to try and make this life worth living, then we must look within as well as up above. One beautiful day we will awaken to find that we all have shared the same dream. Then we shall rise in celebration, eager to see what we believe. When we have loosened all the heavy chains that bind us, when we can leave behind the hatred and the strife, when we can celebrate the differences among us, then we shall truly know the beauty of this life. One beautiful day we will awaken to find that we all have shared the same dream. Then we shall rise in celebration, eager to see what we believe. One beautiful day we will awaken to find that we all have shared the same dream. Then we shall rise in celebration, eager to see what we believe, eager to see what we believe. Woo! Right on!
CentralValleyTalk.com.
America's Sub Shop has arrived in the Tower District. Blimpie's is the best place to get delicious sandwiches, salads, baked goods, and smoothies at reasonable prices. You won't believe the great value of Blimpie's $5 combo deals. The fresh baked bread and big bowl taste will bring you in, and the friendly service and great prices will keep you coming back. A Blimpie sandwich is great on your lunch break or as a healthy meal for the whole family. Try Blimpie's today, located directly across from the Tower Theater. We know you'll love it.
Welcome to Voice of the Valley. I am your host, Kathy Wilcox. And two of Kathy's favorite things are going to be featured on the show today. Number one is money. Number two,
fun moves you can do.
alcohol! My first guest.
Back and forth ever so gently.
I have to get up. I have to show you this dress because I think it was made for me. Doesn't this just scream Maryland? I'm dressed for my Christmas parade outing, as you can see. Reindeer.
Number one selling wine from Argentina.
Argentina.
Kathy Wilcox, Voice of the Valley. Wednesdays at 2 on Channel 43.
Hi, Bill Carmichael here, manager of Valley Gold Mine Fresno. I'd like to tell everybody that we've relocated to the Tower District at 1212 North Van Ness Avenue. If you have any broken or unwanted jewelry you'd like to get top dollar for, give us a call at 559-970-8660. Also, we're on the web at www.valleygoldminefresno.com. If you're the type that likes to entertain at home, we have some gold parties that we can tell you about. And also, if you have children in schools and they have trouble raising funds, we have a great fundraiser that works as well. Once again, my number is 559-970-8660. Thank you.
This segment is brought to you by David Parker from the law offices of Parker, Kern, Nard, and Wenzel.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Well, welcome back. This is New Thought Talk. I am the Reverend Steve Walling from the Spiritual Awareness Center located in beautiful downtown Madera. And today my guest has been the Reverend Lilly Dale from New Thought Community, and Chris and Carol Ann, and as the group Lotus Rising. We've had some great music. We've had some wonderful time to share some good stuff. There's a lot of things that we shared about what's going on at your center.
Mm-hmm.
And Lily, what I'd like to do, in this last segment, I kind of close out with some thoughts about Science of Mind, New Thought. I will be sharing a few things in a bit, but tell me, in your ministry, what is it that you feel most passionate about in New Thought, in Science of Mind?
I think that what moves me the most, besides the music, obviously that's a lot of where my passion lies in this teaching. But really, it's about coming from the heart. I know that there is one divine presence, one power, that it is everywhere, always. It's never any further away from me than the beating of my heart. And when I know that, and the moments that I can tap into it, which is any time, my heart opens and I can feel, as I tap into that ocean of joy that happens throughout everywhere. I know that what is available for me is available to all. Ernest Holmes says it's available to everyone. Whatever it is that I can do, anyone can do. And my biggest passion in my ministry is to really let people know that you do not have to suffer, that you don't have to have suffering in your life, that you can make a choice to tap into the love and the peace and the power and the joy that God is all the time, anytime, and you can move right out of the story and right into the glory of what your life can be, and it just explodes right out the top, and you can be happy.
Do I have to wait?
No, you can do it right now.
I can do it right now.
Right now.
No matter where I'm at.
No matter where you're
No matter what's going on in my life.
No matter what the circumstances are. Those circumstances are not the truth of your life.
Are you saying I'm never alone?
You're never alone.
And I'm not under some judgment.
Never.
I'm not under some heavy burden or chain.
Never.
My freedom is there.
That's right.
The
Always.
joy is there.
Always.
The love is there.
Always.
The excitement's there.
Yes.
Because truly there is just one.
There is only one.
And that is the truth.
Yes.
And in our philosophy, We call it truth teaching. And that is the truth. It is the foundation. It is the one thing. If you get this, that there is just one, all the rest of the teaching builds on that.
Yes.
You know, there's one thing, that thing we call God, we call Spirit, we call the Goddess, we call it George for all it cares.
That's
it doesn't
right.
make
Joe
any
Pesci. I like
That's
Joe
right,
Pesci.
Joe Pesci. I like that. You know, it doesn't make any difference. It's infinite. And an infinite divine creative force doesn't really give a hoot
That's right.
what name you hang on it.
That's right.
You just got to know it in your heart.
Yes, and it doesn't care whether it's planets or peanuts. Everything is the same. The universe only says yes. So whatever it is that we put into that thought becomes what it is. So if we put joy and love and peace and prosperity and abundance and oneness into that thought, then that is what we will receive and receive and receive, because the fountain never, ever, ever runs dry.
Oh, I love it. That's great. Lily, thank you so much for
Thank you,
being
Steve.
back with me today.
Always a pleasure.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And ladies, I enjoyed the music. It was tremendous. I look forward to having you back.
Thank you, Steve.
Take care. Well, it's about that time, as it is each week when we begin to close down. I hope you had a good time and were entertained in the show. I hope you picked up some gems and some tools that you can put to use in your life, because truly this teaching is a powerful teaching that allows you to change your life. The little story about the give a man a fish and teach him to fish, you know, the thing is, when you learn that there is more to your consciousness than just the day-to-day stuff that you've been putting up with, and when you learn that there are methods, there are ways that you can take control of that consciousness and you can put it to use in your life, that there is a spiritual connection that you are never separate from, you become very empowered, my friends, and you can take your life and create many wonderful things, regardless of what you see going on around you. And I know that we have many viewers now. Our viewership is growing, but we have many viewers from area far beyond the Central Valley. So I want to take this time to share with you. You have a couple of tools that are available to you online that you can utilize. If you happen to be in some place where you can't get to Reverend Lilly's Center, or you can't get to the Spiritual Awareness Center in Madera, or the church over on Clinton, or the one on Shaw and Van Ness, or any of the other New Thought centers here in the Fresno area, you can go online to a website that is called findacenter.org or .com, and there's a map of the world. You click on the country that you're in, what part of the country you're in. If it's in the United States, you then can click on the state that you're from, and it'll break it down, and you'll be able to find the center that is closest to where you live. And if it's within a traveling distance, that's fine, but otherwise you can contact them. And if you're out and about and you can't get to a center, there's also a website you can go to that's called newthoughtlibrary.com. And on that link, you'll find a lot of things from Ernest Holmes and from many of the other leaders and teachers in the early New Thought movement. Some of our basic foundational texts are there, and you can go there. The books are there in their entirety. You can read them, and if you have questions, then you go back to Find a Center and you contact those people and you ask them about what it is you read, or you show up at a Science of Mind or a religious science or a unity or a divine science or a universalist church, wherever it is that they share this philosophy that we call New Thought, you will find the good that is available to you. It just takes a change in consciousness, a change in thought. As we say, change your thinking and change your life. And that's a powerful thing when you know that. And in the closing seconds of our program today, I want you to consider that if you have enjoyed what we've shared with you today, if you have found it empowering, if you have found it that this is something that you can put to use in your life, I got to tell you, one of the first things that you can do in the way of changing your life and creating prosperity is to find it within yourself to give where you give your spiritual good. And if that's on this show, then I'm going to ask that you take the time. There is a link right on the Central Valley webpage where you can go to and make a donation. You can also go to the Madera Spiritual Awareness Center.com, and we have a link where you can donate to support the show. These things do take money to operate, and we operate for you. It is our way to serve you, and in you creating a consciousness of giving. What you do is you get rid of the congestion of the good that may have been blocked to you, and you begin to create a flow. And in that flow, what you give comes back to you many times, and that's a wonderful thing. So, it looks like I'm looking at the clock. It's going to be time to close out. So as I do each week, I want to take this time to tell you, this is from my heart. May the light of God surround you. May the love of God enfold you. May the power of God protect you, and the presence of God watch over you. Because truly, wherever you are in the world today, God is, and all is well. Make it a great week, and I'll see you next week.
CentralValleyTalk.com